I am so glad you are here tonight for a Maestro Nighttime Devotion. Or give yourself a hand clap. You're hanging with me because I'm giving you all the knowledge I can on Black history. Now, we're still talking about music. Last week we talked about African American music, and tonight we want to talk about Black gospel music. I know some of you was waiting for this night. Well, guess what? It has arrived. I'm getting ready to blow your mind. We got one more week of Black history. So you know I'm getting ready to come at you hard. I'm getting ready to hit you hard. Are you ready? Get set. Let's get this history. Have you ever heard a song that moved you to the point where you wanted to tell somebody about it, especially your friend? Well, that is the type of feeling you may experience when you're listening to gospel music. Now, by its very definition, the term gospel means what? Good news. Gospel music is one of the vehicles through which the idea of Christianity has been spread to audience all over the world. Now, let me give you a little history on gospel music. Gospel music is deeply, when I say deeply, rooted in the rich tradition of the African American church. During the late 1800s, African American churches in the southern United States started fusing, meaning putting various styles of music into their worship service, including African American spiritual, hymns, and sacred songs. Now, such music was primarily sung at church and accompanying, or should I say, it was also hand and feet stomping that was added, meaning something like that. Y'all know how it was back in the day, how we used to do, and then somebody break out with a song. That's how it was. Sometimes we need to go back to that. Now, at the heart of gospel music tradition was the use of a choir. The church choir consists of a group of volunteer singers from the church congregation. Choir members could easily be distinguished. Why? Because they wore a long-looking gown or robe where they all look uniform. Wow. Now, traditional structural gospel music changed in the late 1930s when my boy Thomas A. Dorsey, who became known as the father of gospel music, began working for a Pilgrim Baptist church in Chicago, Illinois. Listen, Dorsey, I know you didn't know this, was a former jazz pianist. Oh, I just enlightened somebody, just gave you some new history. Listen, and a composer who had worked with famous players such as, listen to this, Ma Rainey, and he created a new style of gospel music called, listen to this, gospel blues. Yeah, I've been saying that for years. And listen, which infused his study of blues and jazz with traditional gospel music. I think I'm ahead of my time. Woo! Listen. And it says it was rejected. However, by the end of the 1930s, gospel blues won over acceptance as the new form of traditional gospel. So y'all better be careful saying, y'all better get that double music out of here, because what made up gospel music, I think I just read it to you. Just run with it. Okay, let's move on now. Gospel music continued to evolve throughout the late 1930s. There are 4 distinct styles of gospel music, including but not limited to quartet style, traditional gospel, contemporary gospel, and the one that we sing today, praise and worship. Now, there's a young lady I just want to talk briefly about who added to gospel music, and her name was Mahalia Jackson. Now, let me tell you about her. This young lady, Mahalia Jackson, is celebrated as one of the greatest singers through New Orleans, and she moved to Chicago in 1927. By the end of the decade, she formed a musical relationship with my boy, Thomas Dorsey, that lasted through the 1940s. Her recording career began in the 1930s and met with moderate success until the release of, y'all know this song, Move On a Little Higher in 1945. 1968. Now, a lot of people love hearing her song. Her voice was awesome. And then it said that she appeared in a 1959 film, Imitation of Life. If you have not seen that movie, go and watch it. And also, she performed during the March on Washington in 1963 and at the funeral of Dr. Martin Luther King in 1968. Mahalia Jackson is a gospel music icon with a biography and recording history dedicated to her life and her output. Well, I want you to join me tomorrow night as we talk about another legend when it comes down to black gospel music. Hey, I got something for you because I'm getting ready to blow your mind this week. Hey, but this is Maestro for Nighttime Devotion saying I love you, and God love you even more. You know what? Forgive all my mistakes because I'm so excited about this black history because it is part of me and I hope it's part of you. Hey, you have a good night and I'll see you tomorrow. Get ready for your mind to get blown even more. Peace out.